Well, it's about 100 degrees out here, a little after 7 p.m. in the evening. And I got this mower hooked up, and now I've got to grease it up and finish attaching it, like, you know, connecting up the drive line and stuff like that. And as you can tell from the angle of this, that's not exactly level. So we got some work to do. So let's get to work. First, we're going to grease up the drive line a little. Get some grease on this stuff. Just so it's easier to take apart when I need to. Doesn't take much, just a wee bit. Oh, goddamn. There we go. Should slide right under. There's my fucking safety guards. Moving. Good morning. It's the day after my initial trial with the new mower, and yeah, I can safely say that it worked. It just didn't work as well as I expected. I can tell I smoked the belt pretty good. You can see the threads coming through, and it's probably hard for you to tell, but this used to be all black, now it's discolored. This is an old belt that's been on here for a long time, and I ordered a couple of new belts when I bought this, and they haven't come in yet. But it's evident I'm going to have to replace those belts, or belt, singular. And let's go see how clogged up things got underneath. It's not too bad. Got a little junk. Probably need to clean it up before I go out and do it again. But yeah, it worked till I got into some really thick stuff, and it started wrapping up around things, which is kind of to be expected. I went out and gave it a good shakedown run, and yeah, I shook it pretty hard. The real claim to fame for these type of mowers is a nice, smooth, even cut, and it only does that when you go real slow. A bunch of guys on the internet were talking about they went and used these mowers at 5 and 7 miles an hour to mow, which sounds slow, but it's not. That's like really fast. Yesterday I was going between it was happy between 1.3 and 2.4 mile an hour, and sweet spot was between 1.5 and 2 miles an hour, and it left a really nice cut. That is, until I got into the really thick stuff, and then it bogged down pretty heavy. Let's go take a look at the grass and see what it did out in the pasture. Now we're out here in the pasture where I went and mowed a couple of stripes. The stripe over here is done by the zero turn because we always keep a short lane between the fence line and the pasture. And the camera doesn't do it justice because it flattens everything out. But this area here was knee deep to waist deep, and now it's about 5 inches off of the ground. So pretty thick. And our pasture is thicker this year than it has been in previous years, which is a good thing. It tells me I'm doing things right. But there's areas out there where I got grass that's up into my armpits, and in some places over my head. But most of it is knee deep to waist deep. And in that area, the new mower took it down to 5 inches, as long as I went nice and slow. I went and took a trip around the perimeter, went around the pond, and where I got into trouble was over here. This area here is the septic drain field, and it's always thick. I have to mow it every single week without fail. Otherwise, you can't mow it. I mean, it gets to the point where you tear up the mower. So, right here, where you see the clumps, was where it was having a hard time keeping up, and I was going too fast and expecting way too much out of that mower. And I know it's probably hard to see with the camera, but all of this is about waist deep grass. And the area that I got mowed, and right here where I went and smoked the belt, This is some really tough, thick grass. It's been constantly fertilized by our septic system here. You can see where the banana plants are in the middle, and all of that stuff has grown up quite a bit since wintertime. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go real slow and only use half of the mower in this section over here, but we'll try it again, see how bad the belt really is. Hopefully my new belts will come in on Monday. I got my fingers crossed. But the new mower works pretty much as expected and did a pretty nice job. I mean, yeah, it may look a little rough to you, but it's a heck of a lot better than what we could have gotten out of our old bush hog. Bush hog leaves big, huge clumps and doesn't chop this stuff up. All of this stuff that we've mown over, and I know it's difficult to see, but it's all chopped up into little tiny pieces, turned into mulch, and blown right back down into the ground. So that worked. Oh well, thanks for watching. We're gonna close this video out now. I know it's a really long one, but yeah, I wanted to give a good shakedown run. Thanks for watching.